314 podcast, and cue the music, folks. Stick the knife in us. Stick the fork in them. Avery, how you feeling, man? God damn it. Every pod gets worse and worse.
This one feels normal. We've felt this way like 100 times in a row. So
I don't think we did.
it's a 2-3 stretch. Like it's not.
But Avery, they scored in this stretch. Like at one point, they were averaging like 10 runs a game.
Yeah, and then Vladdy died, and we have nothing else left. I don't feel moved during this one. It's like, you know what? They're getting paid to play baseball games every single day, so they're just showing up, and a score is posted at the end of the game, and I didn't really feel anything this weekend. Like,
And
being honest.
Man, they gave me false hope, man. I really thought they were going to take 3 or 4 from the Yankees. That would have been awesome. And ended up being a split.
That would have been the World Series for this team.
Oh, easily. That would have been like, oh, fuck, start the World Series DVD, as the kids say. But yeah, it was just
no, that would have been the end to the World Series DVD as well, like the start and the end. That's all.
Yeah. After then, because today they would have done what they did today, no matter what. But like, so many good things happened in that Yankee series. The Junta line saves George Springer. Bassett pitches great. Yariel pitches great. Who pitched on Thursday? I forgot.
Barrios pitched Thursday.
Barrios pitched good. And it's all the shit. Always that. I mean, where do you go from here, Avery? Because like I know we keep pushing away like the idea that it's like you gotta sell. You gotta sell, like it's done. I'm tired of being the glass half full guy now. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the massive glass half full guy, but I kept thinking in the back of my mind, like, what if we're looking, I kept saying, what if we look back at this and we're like, man, it was really bad then. Look how good it is now. But now I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I really don't. Call me an idiot for saying that this late. Sure, whatever. I'm a moron with it. But now it's just I don't see any way that this team can just compete this year at all. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm about there too. With how things have gone all over it. That's not a new thought either. And I think the pushback we get for selling is because the two best assets are Vlad and Bo. Like that's the pushback, is those two. And that's a lot of your team. The expiring guys, it's less of that, obviously.
Yeah.
So that the whole selling thing is basically just based on those two players. Like if those who you're keeping or not. The Jano thing, up and down as to what they want to do with him, but he's not on the caliber that Vlad and Bo are. Like how much you can impact every single game over 162. Jano doesn't impact it as close as much as those two players do. He's a catcher who splits a little bit of time. That's just how it is as well. And the expiring guys, sure, like you can sell those off to try and get stuff, but the thought of selling is you want good stuff in return. And again, that's Vlad and Bo. But when you get prospects again, nothing's a sure thing till.
I think even I'm ready to put my balls on the table and say I think Bo Bichette, 98% chance he's not a Toronto Blue Jay.
Okay.
I'm ready to put my balls on the table. You know, when guys, we saw it, like when the good players have not essentially, they're just not there. Like, I know we said last week, Avery, like, oh, this is just what Bo does. Like, obviously he cares. I'm fine with saying that he cares, but I think he just at this point right now just needs to change the scenery. Like, I just think that's where I'm at with it. Like, I've never seen him play like this before, ever. And it just, every time I say, like, this will be him turning it around, he swings at balls in the other batter's box. Like, he looks fine defensively. Some of these swings are just unlike him. Like, they're just not like what we've seen from Bo Bichette. And I know he'll turn it around. I know he'll go to a good team and be the best hitter on the planet again. That's just what he does. He's a good hitter. But right now, nothing's clicking for him at the plate. Nothing.
No, but players can have full bad seasons. Like that, it's a thing. If he comes back,
full bad season is coming when the highest value for him to be 100%.
It has been a very bad time for that to happen. Like people will have career bad years. Jose Abreu had it last season and followed that up with the worst ever this season to the point where he's not playing baseball. Yeah, like it sucks that because it seems everyone's in the boat. The Vladdy thing, we will get into what Vladdy's been up to as well. But it's insane. It's baseball. Everyone wants to tell you this. Everyone who's been in baseball for 10 plus years, like you can't make crazy assumptions right away. Like you have to wait. You can't go DFAing people after a 2 bad week stretch.
Yeah.
Like Vlad was the singles hitter, and then he found out to hit home runs again. He just hit 7 of them last week, something like that. So Boa, like you can't give up on a guy who's 25, 26.
No, I'm not
Obviously,
saying give up
yeah,
on him
yeah,
though,
yeah.
but
But that's what you're doing when you're trading him as well. Like you are, in turn, you're giving up on him as what you think he can be.
I disagree. I think you are selling an asset for a team that stinks. That he would be like the meme of the Bugatti in that dog shit garage. Like, what does having Bo rake for the second half of the season mean for this team? Nothing, because they're going to be 10 games out of a playoff spot. It means fuck all.
For sure, but like if you want to keep him, you're going to extend him over 8 years. Right? You're not worried about 3 months of baseball when you're talking about 8 more years after that. Like if they see the future with Bo Bichette, they'll pay him.
But the thing is, Bo has to see a future here. If
100%.
I'm Bo Bichette, I have a GM that has not built that's built a team that wants the playoffs, sure. But looking at the signings, the Justin Turner's been fine. The Kiermaier stuff, there's no one coming up to help Bo and Vladdy now. This is it.
What they like Bo's an all-star player.
Wood single.
He's the all-star player. He's the one who should be giving the help. He's going to be paid like that.
If I am Bo Bichette and I have long-term plans of being here, what the fuck do I look at and be like, this is going to be helping me to be a World Series team at some point? The 24th ranked prospect system in baseball, expiring old dudes for the next year and a half, 2 years with this ball club. Where is the help for Bo Bichette and Vladdy coming out? I know Horwitz is good. Schneider's been struggling a little bit. Ernie Clement's been fine, but that's like, I mean, we don't know if Ernie's going to be here next year or the year after. Who are you looking at if you're Bo Bichette saying this is in 2 years, this team is going to be a wagon?
Yeah, you can't say that, but you have to hope they'd spend again, which you trust this front office to do. And in turn, the spending is on him and Vlad, which sucks because the help's not there. You're right. Like you're not going to give. I doubt you're giving a contract bigger than the one you're about to give Vlad to anyone. So,
no.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like they've done the thing where they want to get the old players to see if they can piece it together to make it work. Hard to see the future when all the guys are giving is 1-year deals. So
Ross has an old age kink.
He loves old people.
He loves the olds.
Yeah, he loves them. That's why Joey's still kicking around in Dunedin.
Does it not blow your mind, Avery? Like, I know, again, we're beating the dead horse. Does it not blow your mind that Kevin Kiermaier got $10.5 million? I can't get over it. Kevin Kiermaier openly said he was shocked with the lack of teams that were interested in him, and they still gave him $10.5 million.
Yeah, when there's no one on the market and you get the best deal of your lifetime, seems like an awesome gig for him. I have nothing to say. Like they gave him the money, they wanted him back, whatever. Yeah, maybe you could have lowballed him a little bit, but he was there for the year before and things went well. Like I can't get mad about the money they gave him. It is insane. Looking back on it, and when you go on Spot Rack or whatever you call that, and you see who's making less money than him, hilarious every time you look at it. It'll grind. I beg you not to do that because you'll see every player in baseball better than him who makes less money, and that'll make you really, really mad. Yeah, it's a dollar figure.
That could have went elsewhere though.
It could have, but they had money still, like $10 million. They could find some more money, man.
I don't know, man. Is this like, you know what's crazy is you and I continuously talked about like, imagine doing this podcast being like an Angels fan or a Rockies fan. Like, imagine doing a Angels or Rockies podcast when you kind of have nothing to watch or root for. Brother,
We're there.
we're a game and a half up on the fucking Angels. We're the Los Angeles Angels of Toronto. It's unbelievable. I kept saying, like, and now this is a harsh reality. I know it's 8 games below 500 now, and we're in July 1st. God damn. Like, this team is like a background team. Like, you just throw this game on. Maybe if you're a rich person, you have like the outdoor patio in the backyard with a TV. You just throw the game on there while you're having some beers with the buddies or your family or having dinner. This is a team. This is a background noise team now. This is a baseball team you put on the TV, Avery, to when your dog is home alone. So there's like a little bit of white noise in the background for
Yeah.
the dog.
Yeah.
That's what this team is. The
No,
Toronto Blue
exactly.
Jays are white noise.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to watch. The Astros, who was it? Shadavidi, who just posted the article that said they need to go on the Astros like run right now. I don't see the run happening for this team at all. You can't string a couple things together. Every team thinks they do the same thing. The bad hitting, bad pitching, bad bullpen, one of them isn't going well. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you lose baseball games. One of your facets isn't very good. They just haven't seemed to put anything together. Vlad and Bo aren't carrying the team at the same time. What do we look forward to?
Cheap summer dates with your significant other at Blue Jays games, I guess. Like, I know Creed is going to be in town at some point. Uh, like okay, Avery, what are things you would rather do than watch this Toronto Blue Jays team right now? Like, what are things like that are above your priority list? Like, if we're not streaming,
Oh,
like
so today I went to my older brother's place, did some beers and swam while the game was on. Listened to the game for the first couple innings and then watch it, but so yeah, hang out with family for sure.
like now, if God forbid I get a potential like date night during the week, I'm just immediately being like, yeah, I'm free that day. I'm not like I am not. I don't care. Like it is finding love over the Blue Jays now. It is Love Island, population Johnny. Like this, I never would have guessed we could have got here. Like I knew obviously we had our doubts with running it back with the pitching staff and the bullpen, but holy shit, holy shit.
I don't even know if I had doubts. It's like when you're in a relationship that's so bad and you're the only person that can't see it's going horribly. Everyone else can see it. That was a situation I was in. Like how is this going to go poorly? The team, everyone's going to bounce back. The pitching staff is going to be fantastic again. Everyone in the bullpen who's 35 is going to have the best ERAs of their career for the second straight season. This team's going to win 89 games, and the offense is going to carry them.
Little did we know.
Yeah, tough that those words came out of my mouth, but
it's like that meme where it's like the guy in the astronaut outfit. It's like, no, 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 no. And he's like launching onto the glass. Yeah, it's a bad spot to be in. It's a
I am
tough
looking
spot.
forward to the Major League Baseball draft. That's what I'm on
That's your
to.
World Series.
Yeah, I think I just need to find things that I enjoy, and the draft is something I enjoy. So
Me's going out with the boys. That's my new joy. I did a little double dip at Cherries this weekend. By the way, if you're not from Toronto and you like go into Toronto and like are thinking about like a dive bar that's more low key or fun to go to, Cherries is unbelievable. It's so fun. Avery saw me in a tough spot. I was pretty backed up at the Jays game, and we went to Cherries, and I did the old thing where you get a drink and you just don't drink it.
I know
I left
I
the drink to
spiked
my
your
right.
drink. I spiked your drink. It had
Yeah.
because I went up to the bar. I had a Guinness and a tequila shot for everyone, and you wanted a vodka soda, so I got you a vodka soda, and I got you a tequila shot, but you never came back, so I just dumped the tequila shot in the vodka soda, and you didn't drink.
Yeah,
any of it.
that's I noticed that. I noticed it tastes a little bit funky.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
it made sense that you didn't drink that one, but it's nice to go to a place where you can sit down. Like
yes.
I standing up is good and doing all that, but a place that's not crowded like every other place is enjoyable to be with a group. So I'll give you that. Another thing, I saw our good friend JR yesterday.
Okay. How's be honest, like he's not watching the Blue Jays, right? Like I wouldn't.
We didn't talk a single thing about baseball, as we never do, Jeremy and I. He was wearing the old Gate 14 merch, the first sample we ever got, which is the worst piece of clothing
Oh my
ever
God.
created.
Oh my
And that's
God.
the JR difference. I don't think he brought a lot of clothes home, so that's just what he had at his house, which was awesome. Yeah, we didn't talk about baseball at all. He loves event planning, so he had planned like a 20-person golf tournament, and I wasn't there. It was my girlfriend's birthday, so I was like, I had to do her activities this weekend, and then I went up last night to see him, and he's the best. So, hoping we'll get him on this week to chat some ball, because I would love for him to see Alejandro Kirk's slash line live and have a little chat about
Like that would be a good segment.
Yeah,
Like we read out Blue Jays stat lines to JR and he reacts to that.
and we try, and yeah, we can ask him some questions, because yeah, I don't think he's watched a single Blue Jays game, and
No chance he has.
that's why I love JR.
He's watching Andrew Tate pods and
He,
50
Goggins.
hard,
He
whatever
likes
the fuck.
Goggins.
Yeah, he's watching Goggins or whatever. Yeah, that was a good pick. That was a good pick. The picture of you and Emma, does Emma will she scroll through the Twitter and see like what the comment section was saying? Because it was a lot of positive stuff under that.
Yeah, she did enjoy that. She at one point she's like, I want to see what the people are saying. And she
It
scrolled
got a
through.
lot of bites. I mean, it had like 40,000 views on Twitter.
Yeah.
35,000 views.
You know, I don't think I'll do that till her next birthday, but
Yeah.
it was a good one. She enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's a good one. I mean, listen, I mean,
birthday.
you
We
want
went to some Michelin star restaurant, I think. On
Wow.
Thursday, some pasta
Wow.
place. It was really good. Yeah. They fucking just rinse you. We were there for
bullshit.
We were there
the
for an hour.
restaurant industry is fucking bullshit.
We were there for an hour. I got like a $250 bill. I was like, wow.
That's good.
We racked that up quickly.
Dude, I went to a 5-star restaurant last year, a Michelin star restaurant, Philadelphia, with Bryson.
Yeah.
We get to the front. Bryson has to hand the valet $100. They don't let you park your car. They have to park your car. So you get there. Bryson hands the guy $100. We go to have the dinner. And I was like, all right, I'm staying at Bryson's house. Like, I'll pay for this. The bill comes, and I look at it. It's $800 American. So I didn't even really mention that I was gonna pay. I originally was just gonna take the bill and just soak it myself. I immediately just slid it over to Bryson, like, that's on you, brother. That is not on me. But it's bull. Like, there is no food on the planet, maybe like the expensive steaks, that cost as much money as they cost at like Jacob's in Toronto, like the Michelin, like the expensive places. It's a piece of fucking meat a lot of the time, or a fish.
Yeah,
like,
we were having
crazy.
pasta the whole time.
You had pasta that costed $280.
Yeah, we ran that shit up, dude.
That's just insane. Like, that's ridiculous.
A little crudo as well. You have the apps. Hand up, I did have a couple drinks. Sue me. I had a couple drinks.
But, they uptick that like crazy too.
Yeah. If you want to do a bottle of wine too, you're working for a couple extra days during the week. The restaurant industry, it's not dying, and it's not going to die anytime. So don't keep marking things up, but I'm going to keep eating, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. But yeah, no, it's a good weekend. Obviously, it was just the me and Alto show. So me and Alto were just weaseling around. Went to the Jays game Friday.
Curtis, half Ironman
next week. Good luck, Curtis.
Yeah,
I'll be there at the finish line.
If anyone wants to, I think it'll be up in Muskoka as well for the weekend. So I might drive and see.
By. Yeah, our buddy Curtis doing a half marathon. Yes, the Curtis that goes out with us every weekend, or half Ironman.
No, keep going. It's really funny when you tell him he's running a half marathon.
He actually just found out last week you're not allowed to have AirPods on the run, or 2 weeks ago he found out you're not allowed to have AirPods on the half marathon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So me and Alto went to 2 Jays games this weekend. They got outscored 28-6.
I went to the 2 wins of the Yankee series. You went to the 2 losses.
I banned myself for a week from Jays games.
Yeah.
Unless something comes up and I have to go this week. But listen, I can't put myself through that anymore. We left the hand up. I'll be honest with you. The Sunday game, we left early. I left early. I don't care. They're
Yeah.
down 8-1.
Nothing
Nate
good was
Pearson
gonna
gave up a
come from
double
it.
to Ben Rice, top of the wall. That was it for me. Once they made it 7-8-1, I was like, Alto, we're getting the fuck out of here. So yeah, but I guess we can go back into Jay's talk now here. The Ross Atkins quotes. I want to say this, and no free ads, but a certain older gentleman on another podcast that is our competitor, that's usually toe to toe with us in the charts, had Ross Atkins on their show and put him in a 6 foot under body bag. I'm not saying to go back and listen to the interview, but this guy mentioned overcompensation, relying on defense after the Seattle 8-1 game. He talked about, like, when do we get George Springer into Jose Abreu territory about TFA? Like,
He was asking those
punches,
questions.
and for that, I respect him. But I will say, if Ross Atkins wants to talk to the fucking fans, he would come on this show. If he had any integrity, he would come on to this show. I'm not going to go out of my way to ask to get this guy on the show, but I know he listens. I know he knows this show exists. If he has a spine, he will come on the show and talk to the fans. And if he doesn't, we're preying on his downfall. That's it. That's where I'm at with it. But Avery, did you see all the quotes Ross Atkins said? Like,
Yeah, not a single one of them was surprising at all.
yeah, no, he didn't really say anything crazy. It was just like, it was media PR trained answers. The only one that he was kind of crazy with was just essentially saying, like, he still believes in the team and they could turn it around.
He has to.
I understand he has to say that, Avery, but, like, at least acknowledge how bad they are.
I thought he was. The team
He kind of was. He was tiptoeing around it, and he kept using the word, like, calculate, or what was the word Blake kept on tweeting? There was a Ross Atkins.
I thought it was calculated.
It was calculated. So Ross Atkins has, like, a safe word.
Calculate this.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does in bed too, like orange juice. When he says orange juice, that's off limits. Don't touch that. But it was just like, I wish he was more. Fuck, I always talk about this.
No, I don't think you do. It would drive some people insane, I think.
Why?
Well, if he actually, because I think that's
passion.
I think that's what he genuinely thinks, and that's the issue.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I wish he had just an ounce of just passion.
True. But that's when you make insane moves if you're not, like, a calm person over 162.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, that's how you end up like the Padres, just trade.
Well, the Padres have 12 more wins than the Jays.
Yeah, for sure. And they've been able to sign.
The Padres are in second place in the NL West.
Yeah, the great NL West.
Okay, they're in second still. They're in a playoff spot.
Sure. That is a fact.
Avery, I cannot fathom rooting for a good baseball team right now. I cannot even wrap my head around it. I see Mariners fans on the TL complaining who are in first place in their fucking division.
They can't
Yankees
hit worth a goddamn.
That's fine. Yankees fans are complaining like the sky is falling when they went 14-13 in June.
That makes me really happy the Yankees won.
No one has it. I'm not going to go Devers enjoyer mode. No one has it worse than us. Okay. Last year, we had a fake good team that won 89 games with the worst offense my 4 eyes have ever seen. This year, every single human being besides 3 on this team is regressing at the exact same time. It's to root for a good team. I just it's something that just seems foreign to me. Like, we're 38-46.
Have been fine, but the issue here is the future is bleak. Like, I don't see this team competing next. Let's do it right now. What is the Toronto Blue Jays win total set at for next season?
Oh my God. 82?
I was gonna say like 79.5, probably.
You know, like, yeah, now they have
Yankees are gonna be better.
Red Sox have plethora of prospects coming up.
Yeah, if Teal, Meyer, and Anthony get up to the big leagues and they're ready to go, Red Sox should be good next year. And they haven't spent in a while. So that should be an offseason of spending for the Red Sox as well. Yeah, I don't think clear third, fourth, fifth.
Even the Rays
they're
are
not the
close
third
to
best. Yeah,
500.
they're not the third best team. The Rays are going to get all their pitching back. McClanahan's going to come back. Rasmussen's going to come back. Jeffrey Springs is going to come back. 3 fucking great starters. I think they're all under contract. I might be wrong on that, but those are 3 guys rehabbing. Taj Bradley's breaking out right now.
Oh my God, Avery, bro.
Yeah.
Like the Red Sox, who had a preseason win total of like 79, are just, even Alex Cora saying, we're a lot better than people thought, huh? Must be nice, brother. Must be goddamn nice, Alex Cora.
Yeah.
Like the Jays right now, this is just what it is. The Jays right now have a 5% chance to make the playoffs.
It's 0, Johnny. It's not 5.
Okay, well, that's Avery stats. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right now, they have
analytics tells you it's 0%.
Analytics 5% chance. But listen, it's just a sad day. It's just a sad day.
It's been a sad year.
It's been a sad year. And here's a stat that also blew my mind because we always talked about like the big dogs should be big dogs. Justin Turner's last 20 games, he's hitting 361, 500 on base with a 492 slug, 992 OPS his last 20 games. Justin Turner's been great the last 20 games. IKF's been sensational the last 20 games. Springer's figured it over the last week, and Vladdy just won Player of the Week and has been over 1,000 OPS guy since like May the 4th. And the Toronto Blue Jays are still 8 games below 500. No one has it worse than us. Those are 4 or 5 hitters that are figuring it out. And of course, when they start figuring out, the bullpen turns into human pitching machines.
Yep. That is definitely true. Live stats today. Let's do the last 2 weeks here. See what we get to. Because a lot of the bad from the other guys feels like it's been really, really bad. So let's go from June 17th and see what people are doing. I don't even want to see qualified. I want to see everyone here. Okay. There's 5 hitters who have been good. The 6th best hitter on this team is suspended for drugs, and no one else has a weighted runs created plus over 84 in the last 2 weeks, besides those guys. So let's play a fun game. What is Dalton Varsho's weighted runs created plus the last 2 weeks?
20?
Not
lower? Close. Stop.
Negative 49.
Dalton Varsho has a negative 49 weighted runs created plus the last 2 weeks? How is that possible?
That's nope.
Oh my God.
The last 2 weeks, he only has singles too. Yeah.
When things are going good for Dalton Varsho, they're going good. When they are going bad, Avery, he is genuinely the worst hitter I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. There is no in between with Dalton Varsho. It's either he's launching balls. He was leading this team in home runs at one point, and now he is getting awfully close to a Junta graphic of the Junta line.
Yeah.
He's below 199 now in batting average.
So his last 33 at bats, he is 2 for 33. Those are both singles, by the way, and 14 strikeouts. 2 walks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So things aren't going well for him. Jano has 2 hits in the last 2 weeks as well. Or 3 hits, sorry. Things haven't gone well for the bottom, which seemed to be carrying the team for a little bit. Carried them to losses, albeit, but kept them in some stuff. Yeah, this has not been a good stretch by any means.
That's insane.
How does Vladdy play this well and they just don't make up any ground in it?
We are witnessing right now the best version we have ever seen of Vladdy. I feel comfortable saying that. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. last week, when Player of the Week, he hit 500, 4 bombs, 17 RBIs, 1154 slug, 1673 OPS. Vladdy last week was 3 RBIs away from breaking a record for most RBIs ever in a week. And that was with a game that got canceled because of the rain delay. I could not be more clear. If there is one player you have to pay, it is Vladdy. This guy, I know we were hard on him, rightfully so. He is starting to elevate the baseball.
Justified. Yeah. Us being hard on him.
It was justified. But now he is elevating the baseball, Avery, hitting for average, timely hitting with runners on, and it showed last week. He's hitting good pitching too. What we were watching with Vladdy, he is one of the only bright spots right now that makes me want to sit down and watch the Toronto Blue Jays. He truly is.
So the last two, he is launching balls. The barrels are insane. But when he's getting out, they're still ground balls because his average launch angle over the last 2 weeks is 5.4 degrees. That's 11th on the Blue Jays. The only 3 below him are Bo, Orelvis, and Addison Barger. And Orelvis has 2 at-bats in this time too. So yeah, it's average launch angle isn't great because you have the negative 40 launch angles on the ground balls right in front of you. But still, yeah, it's not totally. There's more in the tank for him too, man. He can do better. Like he's running a 25% barrel rate in this time, which is insane stuff. Ridiculous. And that's what we know of him. But I did the thing on Vlad since he cut his hair. This was as of Friday. I won't go through those stats because they're not up to date.
Because he went even more nuclear after that.
Yeah, they're not up to date as of now. But I went and I was like, hard hit percentage, barrel rate, where does that stack up? And Vladdy, since he cut his hair, which was 10 days at the time of the tweet, Aaron Judge over the full season had better numbers than all of Vladdy's last 2 weeks when he's been the best hitter of all time.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge is a fucking specimen. And when they start to introduce the juiced baseballs so he can hit 70 home runs this year, it is going to make me sick.
I want to come out and say Aaron Judge is probably is one of the best hitters I've ever seen. Kevin Gausman threw a 95-mile-an-hour cookie mistake, and Aaron Judge hit it off of the center of the flight deck in center field. And me and Alto looked up and we're like, "Oh my god!" And
he's insanely good, man.
It's bananas to me. Like I can't. He's so good. He seems like salt of the earth, greatest dude ever. Like I've heard nothing but good stories about Aaron Judge. I know it's a rivalry for us, not really because they're way better than us, but I just don't know how you can't love Aaron Judge. I really don't. He is unbelievable.
I don't remember him saying a bad thing ever. Yeah, I won't root for him out loud because he's a Yankees. I don't like the Yankees, but Aaron Judge is a impressive hitter to watch. And I think it's just the backside power too. You know, guys who can hit pull side home runs. It's the way most players do it. But yeah, Aaron Judge and Vladdy does it too. It's the right center gap ones that get 2 feet above the wall and just take off. It's like, that's just insane power. You hit the ball so hard. Aaron Judge is a monster human. He's cut. The swing and miss stuff isn't close to as bad as it used to be. He's transformed himself into an insane hitter.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher, man. Thank you, teacher. Yeah, he exactly. Rocks. But anything, I mean, we don't have to really go game by game for the series, I guess, because there was so many. Every game was a blowout. There was no close games. Every single game that they played this weekend was either they got their doors blown off or the Jays beat the brakes off the Yankees. Welcome to Toronto, Jose Cuas, I guess.
Yeah, nice home run he gave up.
Nice home run he gave up. And the news of the week, actually, Avery, forgot to talk about this.
Well, we know Jose Cuas from.
Yeah, we've played Fortnite with him a couple times. Great guy. The news of the week, though, Avery. Rest in peace, Tim Mayza. We didn't talk about that. It goes to show you how impossible it is to forecast the bullpen. A guy that was one of our best bullpen guys last year, 1.74 ERA, I believe he had last year.
He'd been good for 4 seasons in a row.
Yeah, and then just falls off a cliff, loses the velocity on his fastball, and is just was a pumpkin, was a human pitching machine. I feel bad because he seems like everyone loves him, right? Seems like one of the greatest dudes, and just fell off the face of the earth this year, man. And I don't know where it came from. Obviously, the drop in velocity plays a massive factor in it, but holy shit. He had an 8 ERA.
He did have an 8 ERA, and they threw him out there more than anyone else. YJ sent me the message. Um, so Tim Mayza had 35 appearances. Guess how many innings he pitched?
How many? 42?
24 innings in 35 appearances.
There's no way.
Yeah, that means a lot of those appearances didn't go very well. Um, the year before he had 70 appearances and 53 and a third. So maybe more specialization against the lefties and you're out of there. Not as crazy as I thought, maybe, but still that's not a lot of getting people outs. And it's like there's a clear path as to why things didn't work. And it's they were hitting 260 off his sinker last year that he threw 94 miles an hour. Yeah. Now he's throwing it 91.9 is his average, and they hit 346 off of it.
Yeah.
It's being a reliever is funny. And I saw someone tweet this. I forget who it was. This is an original Avery thought, but it was an excerpt from a book where they went back and said bullpen volatility makes a lot of sense because a lot of it's in batting average and balls in play against. That's how things go for the bullpen. And that most bullpen guys are just failed starters. They're worse than the starters.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're in there. So that's why bullpen guys are also up and down so much. I think Tim Mayza can still get people out. I think there's something to be said. Like he's going to be 33 next year. It's going to be tough for him maybe to find a spot. Like if he doesn't stick with someone when they pick him up at this point, might be tough for him to bounce around.
He'll be a Mariner.
Yeah, it's like the he desperately needs the off season.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping he gets that and can change some things around. Because I think he'll be okay next year. As long as there's not an underlying injury.
I did want to speak about a bright spot though, because I know we've been doom and gloom a lot on this podcast. We got to give our flowers to IKF. IKF has already accumulated 2F WAR, 117 weighted runs created plus. He's hitting 292, 420 slugging with a 338 on base. IKF has been one of the few bright spots of the Toronto Blue Jays. If I would have told you in the offseason it'd be Vladdy and IKF carrying the Toronto Blue Jays offense, you would slap me in the face. I use the word carrying very lightly, obviously, because this offense is not good. But, man, if there's one guy that I would say I look forward to at least watching him battle at the plate and grind out at bats, it's IKF. Him and Vladdy have been the two guys in the lineup who I can consistently say I look forward to seeing them hit. Everyone else, Horwitz probably in there as well. But, man, how good has IKF been for this ball club when guys like Bo Bichette have been struggling like crazy?
I think what's the most fun's weird word to use at this point is the balls are just always in play when IKF is at the plate. He has a 4.6% walk rate right now and a 13.2% strikeout rate. So fucking 80% of the time the ball's being put in play. And that's kind of what you need for some of the contact hitters as well. Zone contact's been really good. He makes stuff happen. Every time we say this, like, good for IKF, man. He's another person who probably needs to get traded if things are going this way. Like, he is a very valuable asset. You're not going to build
gold glove level defense as well.
Yeah, you're not going to build for the future with IKF,
which sucks because I'm all. I mean, my name. I know
on Twitter. This is the perfect guy if the team was good. Just kind of the role player to be around, but he's getting the playing time and he's making everything. He's just a classic guy. That 117 weighted runs created plus. He's never had over a 91 weighted runs created plus. It's been insane.
He loves that. Avery. That was the narrative though.
Yeah, get him out of New York. Like they're crazy fans. Some things go wrong. You're kind of fucked for it. Joey Gallo stood no chance there either. Obviously, and you get out, it's a better thing. But it's kind of the thing I always say guys who are on the bench constantly, it's hard to see what their value is going to be. And IKF had a chance to do it, and he's done it big time, man.
That was the
Good for him.
narrative, though. He loved hitting in Toronto. But I'm looking through Fangraphs here, and I'm looking at some of these guys like Kevin Kiermaier. I know not to beat the dead horse again, but God, like he's hitting 192. I think we got to do the Junta line for Kiermaier and save him, Ave. Right?
Who else is in Junta territory?
Kirk, Springer, or not Springer anymore. Sorry, Varsho's getting close. Like Kevin Kiermaier has 165 plate appearances. He's hitting 192, 236 on base, 285 slugging, a 48 weighted runs created plus, and has a WAR of minus 0.1. This guy is making $10.5 million. It's unfathomable. And to bring him back for that amount of money, thinking that as he would get older, he would still be fine with the at bat like he was surprisingly last year, is crazy. It's crazy work. I can't get behind it. I can't get behind it. But Varsho hasn't been much better. So
no, there's only 5 players on this team, 5 hitters who have accumulated a win. Fangraphs wins above replacement. That is Schneider, Jano, Varsho, Vlad, and IKF. Yeah, Bo's just got to be in there as well. Justin Turner gets no help because of defense at all, but Bo needs to be in there too. Like, what else is there to say with this today? With how things have gone in general.
Listen, Turner has been great. Like I mentioned, 320 over his last 20 games, starting to figure it out at the plate. Vladdy is just, my God. Avery, I'm trying to picture this team or us watching the Blue Jays without having Vladdy on it, and it sucks.
I don't think I ever want that to happen.
You know? Like if they go, Avery, if they go full yard sale, like everything must go, and they trade Vladdy and Bo, why would we do this, Pot? What are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about the
Leo Jimenez. Sorry,
ricochet
shot to Leo Jimenez. But like, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to cover the Buffalo Bisons for a couple of years. We're going to be a Dunedin Blue Jays podcast live stream.
Yeah,
we can watch the Dominican Summer League Blue Jays, who kind of are away.
How's Votto doing, by the way?
He doesn't have a hit yet this year, boys.
We're on Votto watch. We're on Joey Votto watch. Avery, what are his stats up to this point?
I know he's 0 for 12. That was the last I checked. He's playing tonight. And I did say, if we're looking at the shirts, I got it on too. Exclusive Canada Day drop, gate14.ca. I will give away a shirt if Joey Votto gets a hit today. Let's look at if he's gotten that hit yet. I would. Oh, it's 3-1. It's 3-1 Dunedin. Okay, Joey. Joey Votto got a hit today. Motherfucker. Drove in a run.
He broke the slump.
I did it. I saved Joey Votto. God damn.
Dude, you did it.
Yeah, I said I'd give away a shirt. Joey Votto has 1 hit and 1 strikeout. He's hitting 100.
Let's fucking go, eh?
Congrats to Joey Votto, man. The road to Toronto starts in Dunedin for our friend.
So Votto watch. So just to update the people now, we are on Votto watch. Every week we'll do a segment. Every Sunday we'll talk about Joey Votto. Joey Votto, as of right now, is 1 for 13. Right?
No. He won for 15, I believe.
1 for 15.
I think he's hitting 100 in. He's hitting 100 at Dunedin because he's
hitting 100 in A.
Yes.
And he went 0 for 5 in rookie ball. So Joey Votto, update for the people. He is 0 for 5 in the hardest league in baseball with the Florida Gulf Coast League or Florida Coast League. He is 1 for 10 in A. So in double A, he'll go 3 for 15. And we'll just keep. This is honestly, we talked about this. Like, this should be. Votto should go full Billy Madison. He has to accumulate 5 hits per league until he makes his way to the show. It'll be the greatest thing. And Avery, I have a little bit of a content idea for us. We should do a content series finding Joey. Like when he's in double A, We should drive to New Hampshire and like do a Finding Joey series.
Oh, I'm there, brother. I'm good for that.
Like we like obviously we can't go to Dunedin right now because he'll probably be in Double A in like a week or a
Well,
bit.
I am going to Orlando in 2 weeks. So if he's still there, I will get in the car. I will find Joey. I will do my part.
Like I think Finding Joey would be an insane docu-series where we follow our little Billy Madison through the minor leagues. Like we go to New Hampshire, we watch the string of games they play for like the weekend or the like 4 games we watch. We go Finding Joey. We'll probably be the only like not a lot of people show up to the games. He'll know we're there. He'll know we are there. So I say we do that, and then when he makes to Buffalo, the Finding Joey series part 2 is the Buffalo portion of the series.
Yep. I like that. I like
Like
that a lot.
we're journalists trying to find the root of the problem, trying to see what Joey Votto does. We'll give updates, but the Joey Votto update as of right now, he is 1 for 15 in the minors. He has not reached the 5-hit mark, which is where we want him to be at before he gets to the next level. He's not there yet.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Man, congrats to Joey. First minor league hit of this season. Special player.
Congratulations, Joey.
I got some questions for the people. I said we'd try and answer them. Happy Canada Day, by the way, to the people. Proud to be Canadian. You know, something different. Love my country. Let's get into that. Also, the red jersey curse.
Yeah, fuck the red jerseys forever.
I still think they look cool. It sucks that they suck in them. Really, really does. Okay, Chris Churchill makes all the thumbnails. Shout out, Chris.
Yeah, shout out Chris.
Since the Oilers made a comeback last season, went to the Cup final, do we think the Jays can also do that? Fuck no. Chris.
The Oilers had
did it. It was like the first month of the season, was it not?
And the Oilers had Connor McDavid on that club and Leon Draisaitl on that club. Like, I'm sorry, like Vladdy's great, sure. That's it. Like they don't have Connor McDavid putting up close to a 200-point season on this team. Okay, they don't have that. So no, I don't see that ever happening.
Okay. Are we close to making a change? Any change? Like, are we thinking coaching change? Why would you fire? Why don't you take an off season to find a coach if that's what you think the issue is? Because I just don't think they can catch up.
I'm all in on interim coaches. I love it. It's like interim coaches like are the stepdad where it's like, you know what? They're the fun dad. Like this is little new blood, fresh meat. John Schneider was an interim coach and he was awesome. Remember that? That second half of 2022 made the playoffs, like 90 wins.
Yeah. Best run.
Yeah.
All right. Should Canada have our own debate? But it's just Gate 14 versus Don Mattingly. I won't debate Don Mattingly. I have no idea what the fuck he does.
Yeah, I don't know what he does either.
I did float the idea of a debate to Johnny though. I don't know what the topic.
I don't know what we would debate on. We agree on.
Way too much, which sucks. But I would love to get into a debate.
I will be making an edit, by the way. Post draft. I want to prepare everyone after the Toronto Blue Jays draft. I will be commenting on every draft pick under the Blue Jays tweet with like the pick that they've chosen. I will be commenting bust. So just make sure.
Why would you do that?
I'm going to prepare.
That's fucked.
Oh, come on.
I think you should just say the future. So if one of them is the future, we're there way too early.
I think bust is funnier, but sure, I won't burn that bridge.
No, we write the future from the Gate 14 account and then bust from your account.
No, I want you to do that. Yeah, we'll just be commenting the future under every draft pick. Or actually what we'll be doing is this. We'll be commenting like what a bargain or what a steal on every Jays pick, and then like Orioles and other picks will be like, oh my god, he went that early. Like I'm actually gonna do a bit where
that's the thing about the baseball draft that's so different about all the other ones.
Yeah,
is the signing bonus reasons. Like people took fucking Harry. What was the guy they took from
Henry Davis?
Davis. I was trying to call him Ford. That was the Mariners guy. They took him super early, so they pay less for him because out of college. That's what sucks. It's like, hey, do you want to give them the signing bonus they want, or do you want to allocate money to some high school guys in the third round who are just as talented? So I think you'd be like, you gave him how much money will be good when
Yeah.
they say they've signed all there.
Or I'm just gonna say like, oh, I had him like 200th on my big board.
Yeah,
Like I'll just
he went way too early.
way too early. So
I
I'll
like
be
that.
releasing my draft board after the draft. So I'll know where my top
You're
guys are.
releasing your draft board after the draft?
Yeah, because I'll have all the Jays guys in the top 10. Yeah.
I think you should do a top prospects, like top 100 list.
Like biggest steals in the draft.
Yes.
And
I
then
like
just
that.
be like the top 10 will just be all the first like 10 round picks for the Jays guys. But yeah, listen, we're in draft season. Jays are tanking for Ethan Holiday. We're almost there. We're
Yeah.
almost there.
So I don't think the next year the A's and the White Sox can't have a top 10 pick. So it's good. Just finish bottom 12, give us a chance at getting them. I'll do a little draft talk right now. You don't have to say anything, John, because I know everyone that's been mocked to the Blue Jays is a college player. College bat. They've mocked like 3 different college catchers to the Blue Jays. Tommy White's been mocked a ton to the Blue Jays. That's probably where they're gonna go, is a college player. But that video, hopefully dropping this week. I got a lot of work to polish that off and finish it. But if we're not streaming, I have time to do it when I get back. So draft on the 14th, I believe, is when that is taking place. Sam says, was hiring Don Manley the biggest mistake in franchise history?
I'm tired of I don't know. I don't know who to blame. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Extend Vlad.
Yeah. What does the contract of Vlad look like?
Dude, I have no clue.
You don't know, huh?
Is it a 10 by 250, 10 by 300?
No, he's in the threes, Dave. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I don't know contracts that well. It is my flaw. But
okay. Should we take credit for saving Vlad? Should we let the people know that we like have met him and we're like we're cordial and friendly with Vladdy now?
Yeah, we can say that.
So I want to let the people know. Listen, we met Vladdy after the Dodgers series. It was something we talked about on the podcast. So we said we weren't going to talk about at that time. We'll talk about a couple months down the road. We met Vladdy, had a couple drinks with him. Class act. Honestly, genuinely one of the nicest dudes ever. And obviously we're close with his cousins now. And yeah,
Cousins rock.
We saved we're not going to take credit for it, but I would love to see his stats since the Dodgers series. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Yep.
That's all I'll say.
We can definitely do that. He is awesome.
He really is. Like, I remember he asked me to get the DJ to play a song for him, and I go up to the DJ's booth at the bar, and the DJ's a Gate 14 listener. He's like, holy fuck. I was like, can you play the song for Vladdy? He's like, what the Vladdy's here? I was like, yeah, he's right back there. And he played it the next song, and Vladdy looked at me like, this is my guy right here. he was on aux for him. He has me going. But yeah, Vladdy's salt of the earth. It wasn't like a crazy night where we got blackout. It was just like we met him, shook hands with him. Great guy. And I'm happy to say that we met. Hopefully the future 15+ year guy will be here. I can tell my kids about this legend of the Toronto Blue Jays that we're cordial with. And I'm not going to say boys, but we're he's a good dude. He's a good dude. And it was unreal that we met him. So
how can this team turn into a buyer at the deadline? They need to win 100 straight games.
Brother, the deadline is in like 3 weeks, isn't it?
No, I think it's a month away.
Okay. For the Toronto Blue Jays to become buyers at the deadline, they have to go 28-2 over the next 30.
Holy shit. July 30th, 6 p.m.
So we have 29 games left until then, around there, probably a little bit less. The Toronto Blue Jays have to go 27-0 for them to be buyers at the deadline. Brother, this team is not going to be buyers at the deadline. I promise you that.
No, if they do, it's going to feel a lot like what the Los Angeles Angels did last year. And they were only a couple games out.
They weren't 9 games out, the Jays, the Angels.
And it was so stupid what the Angels did